if you want your dreams to come true, this is just a part of the game. Hey, it's Bri, and I have a story for you. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, go ahead and click that red button and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell for notifications, because I know after this video, you guys are gonna wanna see Bri all the time, every time I upload. Now, this story time takes place last year when I was still living in my apartment in Beverly Hills. I matched with this guy on Hinge, who I later found out was an up-and-coming producer in the music industry. Usually when I'm on these dating apps, like when I'm on Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, I'm not on those apps because I'm actually interested in meeting those guys in real life. I'm on those apps because I want attention.
Homegirl don't chase. Homegirl gets chased.
But this guy from this particular story time, he was one of those guys that was like, hold up, I actually hope I match with you. Like, have you ever been scrolling on Tinder or Bumble or whatever dating app you use, bitch? I don't know your life, but have you ever been scrolling on a dating app and you're like, this is the one. If I match with this one, he could get the goodies, girl. This guy was brown skin. He had shoulder length dreads and he had tattoos. Needless to say, I was very interested. In case you guys have never used Hinge before, if you want to match with somebody, you have two options. You can either reply to their photos or you can reply to one of the prompts that they have on their profile. When I ended up matching with this guy, I was super excited because he was definitely matching my energy in the conversation. Like, he was letting me know he was equally as attracted to me as I was to him. So once we got to talking on Hinge, I found out that he wasn't currently living in LA, and he was actually in the process of making Los Angeles his permanent home. So he was only going to be in LA for a few more days before he went back to Florida, where he actually lived.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Huh?
That ain't no problem.
Well,
I did not care. I was just trying to figure out when he was gonna be my sneaky link. I was like, that's no problem. How about we hang out before you leave town so I could give you a lasting impression? If you know what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. And it definitely worked, because he was only in Florida for about 4 days before he ended up back in LA hanging out with me. After he came back from Florida, you guys, I was under his ass. Like, I was really feeling him. We were definitely dating. And I feel like this was like a great time in my life because none of my roommates were home, so nobody was really in my business. It was just a good time to like really get to know each other on an intimate level. As much as I hate to admit it, this is a sneaky link that I actually ended up catching feelings for, bitch. I hate to come on YouTube and admit that I actually liked a man, bitch, but I did. Now, at this point in my life, I had just got into it with my sugar daddy, and I literally felt like YouTube was ruining my dating life. So I didn't really feel like it was important to tell him that I was a YouTuber, and I pretty much was very vague about what I did for a living. But one thing that I really noticed about this guy that I actually loved and appreciated about him was how inspiring he was. Like, being around him was so motivating. He had already accomplished so much, and he still was hungry for more. You're probably like, bitch, if he's so amazing, why didn't you take the BBL? Why are you not walking around with a fat ass right now? Now, even though I adored this guy on a surface level, the more I started to hang out with him, the more he started to project onto me. I would show him pictures that I had taken for Instagram. He'd be like,
but if your body was done, those pictures would get way more likes. You didn't get that much likes because you need to get your body done.
It just started to make me feel some kind of way, because how can you associate my success with my body? So this is how the conversation came up, where he literally thought it was appropriate to offer to buy me a BBL. So one night he hits me up and we're on a sneaky link kind of vibe. I ended up Ubering to his house after he left the club because I really did not feel like Ubering to the club. I felt like all of that was a waste of money. So this particular night I show up, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, he was pretty lit. Like, I could tell he had a good night.
We down here popping big bottles, Popping big bottles.
And I wasn't even jealous because he literally had a bar in his house. So it was gonna take no time for me to get on his level. So catch T. I'm at the bar. I'm pouring a shot of Casamigos. All of a sudden, this guy turns around and says to me,
"You know what? I don't know why you're playing games."
Now, I knew he was lit.
Popping big bottles.
So on one hand, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. But on the other hand, I'm like, if he's drunk, he's obviously saying this for a reason. So I'm like, what you talking about, babe? Like, what do you mean? So he starts to tell me that he basically feels like I'm wasting his time and I'm not taking his advice. He wouldn't be around me if he didn't believe in me. He doesn't know why I don't want to get surgery, why I don't want to get a BBL. He basically was telling me that I was pretty, but I'm not as pretty as I think I am.
Cause your looks ain't gonna get you paid. Cause you're not that cute and your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
No shade to myself, but if you guys were actually there, that's pretty much what he was saying. Like, bitch, you fine, but if you got your body done, I swear to God, you will really be making money. Like, if you think you making money now, you would make so much more money if you had a fat ass. Like, this guy basically offered to buy me a BBL, like offering to fucking buy me a Uber. Like, it was so casual, like it was so normal. He didn't know what I really did for a living. I know how much money I could make on YouTube, okay? I don't need anybody to buy my BBL. He was definitely projecting onto me. I feel like the more that this guy started to level up in his career and the more women that started to surround him, he started to feel like if you want your dreams to come true, this is just a part of the game. I'm not against surgery. I have nothing against people getting their face done or their body done or people doing any kind of enhancements of any kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever fucking feels good to you. But it was just the fact that this guy was acting like I'm a fucking loser, I'm a failure, because he's offering me free surgery and I'm not taking him up on that. I feel like he genuinely did not understand how big of a decision that actually is. And it's so crazy to me how uncomfortable it made this guy and how it made this guy feel like I wasn't taking the relationship serious, because that definitely wasn't the case. And I kind of felt like, dude, if you like bitches with fake asses, just go be with those girls. Like, don't try to turn me into that kind of bitch. Like, I'm not even competing with these girls. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, you can't turn me into somebody that I'm not fucking trying to compete with. Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. But I kind of feel like once I decided to let this guy get me a BBL, I would basically be signing over my life to him. And you guys could call me dramatic, but it's like, if I get this BBL and I start attracting all this attention, he's gonna feel like he owns me. He's gonna feel like he has a right to have access to me, and I'm not really interested in that. I don't want to get to a certain point in my life and somebody feels like they could just come out of nowhere and say that they created me or they're the reason why I am where I am today. I kind of felt like he thought I was lame at that point. Like, bitch, I'm literally offering to change your life by giving you a fucking ass. I don't know anybody that would turn this down. I feel like he low-key thought that I was stupid because he definitely really did stop talking to me. I feel like some people are literally shocked when they find out that you don't want to look like everybody else, that you're okay with looking like yourself. And that's sad, because why do so many people feel like they need to put on a gimmick in order to succeed?
It's not a joke. This is your body. This is your health. This is something that's very, very serious.
I feel like this guy basically exposed to me that he's a fucking control freak, because it's like, why are you gonna ghost me because I'm deciding to make a healthy decision for myself? Now you don't want to talk to me anymore? Like, you literally cannot bear to continue hanging out with a girl that doesn't have a fat ass? That right there is a sign that rejection really is God's protection. Because I honestly did not do anything. I was just like, bitch, I don't need a BBL. I actually really liked him. I fucked with him. And for him to fucking stop talking to me over something so shallow, girl, I could tell he was disgusted by me. Like, when I got my Uber home that night, I knew he was never gonna talk to me again. I knew it. I knew that he thought I was the dumbest bitch ever. Damn, I really believed in you. Like, I really liked you, bro. In a weird way, I kind of feel like maybe I fumbled the bag on true love. And it really sucks that something as stupid, literally as dumb as this, is the reason why we're not talking anymore. Like, why was it so serious to him, bitch? It's months later and I'm still trying to figure that out. With that being said, if you guys like this video, go ahead and turn that thumbs up. Blue, support your girl. Get those fingers moving in the comments below and let me know how you guys feel about this situation, because it wasn't like I was even dating this guy for a long time and he's offering to buy me surgery. It was so many reasons why I just felt like it didn't make sense to accept his offer. But for him to ghost me is like, damn, bitch, did you not care about who I really was on the inside? What about the fat ass that lives within my spirit? They just don't care. At least I got you guys. I'm so grateful for you bitches. I swear, like, I would probably be straight up crazy if I did not have this YouTube channel. I'm just letting you know. So thank you for keeping me sane. I love you guys so much and I cannot wait to hear from you in those comments below. Depending on what y'all say, don't be surprised if I hop out with a new booty. I love you guys so much. Till next time.